Hey guys, and welcome back to Luigi's Mansion 2 for the last main mission of Secret Mine. Yes, that's right, there are only 4 challenges, I should say, overall in this one, not including the one you get for, getting all the booze and whatnot, because the next part's going to be the boss fight.
I know, it's so weird that it's so short.
And I don't think we're actually going to get time to discuss pacing and whatnot in the next one, because the boss is super short, so I may as well bring this up now. The fact that Secret Mine, and I apologise for sounding more sniffly, I think secretly Richie is sending over all the sniffles and the cold to me, because I'm a great avatar for that kind of thing, shall we say. But I digress. I think overall Secret Mine, having this amount of missions, works in its favour rather than to its detriment. And I also think if all the other mansions had the same amount of missions, there'd be less filler, and also you could make more mansions. Because 5 kind of levels for a Mario game, even though, it stars Luigi, but it's technically a Mario game, 5 levels for a Mario game is kind of odd. Usually you get 7 or 8 or so, and personally I think they could have gone with 7 mansions overall if they had the 3 missions and then a boss structure.
Yeah, I think that would have worked a hell of a lot better, because so much of this game is filled with either filler or just tediousness, so kind of having that rush through would have been a lot better.
Like in the old Plotworks, for example, was there really any reason, besides padding and the ghost just dicking with us, that we had to get each slot kind of in a separate mission?
I have no idea. Either way, it's ridiculous.
I have no idea what these puffball things are, because they're not ghosts, you can't catch them, and I don't think they're ever really alluded to.
No idea, but they are sort of adorable, so I can forgive them.
And throwing the gold one about gets you money, so no complaints there.
Also, they're cute. Well, they're cute and fluffy.
It's the only thing that Richie cares about, really.
I would also like them to be screeching "Mi gana la quista," but unfortunately we can't have that.
You're going to have to do a commentary with Mexi one of these days, because he adores Lilo and Stitch.
Well, if another Disney-thon happens and Lilo and Stitch is on there, then we will have to do that together.
Okay, let me just write that down. Richie and Mexi, Lilo and Stitch. Meanwhile, I get Ratatouille and other such films that were not covered in the first one. Moving on. Kind of having to go via the back roads for this mission to get where we need to go, because I think the ice sheet that the Toad and Luigi crashed through in a previous mission, we can't go through there. There's no option to just jump down anymore.
That is a bit ridiculous, that. I mean, I guess it comes back to the whole, they like to force you to take the longest possible route to any particular location, just because it means you're in the game for longer. Yay!
Kind of weird that it gave us the Polterpup Golden Bone as well. Is 200 really a qualifier for a lot of money in the Secret Mine?
Evidently, I mean, probably for this mission, more so than anything, but...
Alright, let's head across the chasm via the gondola.
It's not going to go that well, Tom. You do realise that.
Yeah. Secret Mine may have better pacing compared to other mansions, but they just had to throw in one last challenge. The gimmick for this one is there are 3 empowered ghouls scattered about the Secret Mine in kind of a linear fashion. You just basically backtrack and go down, and you'll find them all easily enough. But that only accounts for half of the level, sadly.
Thankfully, it does get a little bit more interesting after you've done this backtrackiness, so that is nice, I guess.
But the first one on the agenda is the Empowered Fat Yellow Ghost. Sorry, the name kind of just slipped my mind for a second there.
The Empowered Fat Yellow Ghost is probably the best you can possibly call him, to be honest.
That's his boss subtitle. Ah, that is a surprisingly large animatronic bomb thing.
Well, you didn't realise that this entire thing was a sort of foreshadowing for Five Nights at Freddy's?
How so?
Big animatronic thing. Trying to kill you.
Ah, yes, of course. Well, these bombs were probably used for mining equipment. The ones in Five Nights at Freddy's were mostly for entertainment.
True, but I mean, then again, these bombs are sort of funny little adorable things, so they probably had a laugh whilst they were blowing things up.
That's true, that's true. One would think that an empowered fat yellow ghost, boss subtitle again, would be enough for this room in terms of challenge, but no, we had to have a prelude involving hiders, and now we get to the main course. Look at all that HP. That's like top tier Boo in the first game.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure there were boos that had higher. I think there were boos that had like 500 health.
I think you may be thinking of King Boo in that regard, mate.
Oh, that is true, yeah. Oh well.
Johnny had a hell of a time fighting King Boo in the SGB run. I think he ended with like 4% health.
Well, it's a difficult boss. It's really challenging.
Well, funnily enough, I ended with about 4% health.
I thought it was 5.
Was it?
If your Twitter, after you looked it up on something, is correct, then you had 5 and Johnny had 4.
Well,
or it might be the other way around.
Either way, it was a close call.
Also, we're about to go on the slide again.
Not before we go through the portals.
Oh, of course. I mean, this is a triumph. I'm making a note here. It's a huge success.
I will literally bring you over to my house and throw you out the window.
What, so now you only want me gone?
Tom, don't ever give them an opening. Just don't. Can't believe we have almost all of the sapphires already, and it's only mission 3. I'm still not used to the pacing of this place.
It is very bizarre.
Nice to see that my gold bars disappeared, but the coins didn't.
That's a dick move, game. Massive dick move.
Also, this door arbitrarily disappearing strikes me as busy work, and I will dock the game a full point because it offends me.
It's about ethics in games journalism.
It's about ghosts and haunted mansions, actually.
It's about ethics in haunted mansions.
Coming out, Mr. Greenie. Wait for it.
Also, I have to say, that suit of armour was a sod. He just took the other guy's head.
It's an inanimate suit of armour, mate. It's not even haunted.
Yeah, which makes it even worse. It's just like, that guy's your kind of room buddy. Why are you stealing his head?
I'll make a hashtag on Twitter about it already, why don't you? Armorgate. That's what you get for trying to inject a shitty joke. I rebut with an even shittier joke. Getting kind of Muppets Christmas Carol vibes when I see ghosts draped in chains. Yes, I know it came from a Charles Dickens novel first, but that adaptation was hella fine.
Well, I mean, I have to say, that is probably one of the best Muppets movies ever.
I'd say it's the best. Do you know what the worst Muppet movie is?
Which one?
The Wizard of Oz.
Yes, that one was quite bad.
It is Drek, and was used as a vehicle for some R&B singer, I think?
Yes. If I'm recalling correctly, which I don't know whether I am.
Are you looking it up on Google, mate?
Yes.
Go for it.
Because I believe she may have been in something else. Okay, never mind, it's not the same person.
Well, that was kind of a tease with no satisfying conclusion, Richard.
Yeah, sorry, although, basically it was Ashanti.
Name vaguely rings a bell.
Although apparently it also had Quentin Tarantino in it.
For some reason.
Yeah, because they needed a celebrity cameo, so...
I won't fault the Muppets for that, because, you know, you had Michael Caine as Ebenezer Scrooge, and he fucking killed it, I might add.
It's because Michael Caine is amazing.
I could probably spend this entire part talking about Mr. Caine, but I'm not going to. Let's see if we can get all the golden bats this time.
Are you going to succeed, Tom?
Hells yes, I am.
Very well done.
I believe the Boo is in this room. Yeah, here we go. They disappeared the teapot.
It's not good. We need to have some tea.
Well, is it a teapot or is it a kettle? Regardless, the thing's about to go off.
The parabola.
I mean, Boo!
So, for anybody wondering what the heck what a parabola is, which is what it's based on,
Okay.
it's basically a mirror symmetrical curve in 2 dimensions, so like a U sort of thing.
That's well above my comfort zone, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, it is in the quite complex areas of mathematics.
Ooh, before I was bad at science, you should test me on mathematics, mate. What's 2 plus 2? No, Tom, it's not 6, alright?
I mean, I have to say, kind of, like, I did A-level maths, and I cannot remember that much about it at all. Like, I've forgotten the majority of it.
That being said, I'm crap at practical science, but social science, like sociology and psychology, I'm pretty good at.
Well, it's because they require a different set of skills, really.
Hmm.
Because, kind of, actual science requires sort of like mathematics and a much more academic-y brain, whereas the social sciences require a more kind of emotional brain and an understanding of how people think.
I'm pretty good at that. Hells yeah, 3 at once, and this guy has a red shield. He means business. That's a very weird sound effect back there. Apparently that happens in the PAL region of this game every so often.
I have to say, it can't be anywhere near as bad as this weird kind of beep noise that I seem to have gotten in my Kingdom Hearts 2 footage at one point. It's so weird.
Yeah, that happens to me as well. I think it might just be Kingdom Hearts 2 as is. And there we go. This will remove all the spectral chains and we can actually access the gondola now. Of course it is kind of frozen in place, so I guess we'll have to take those chains to get across the chasm itself.
Pretty much. I mean, that's kind of your only option, really, because there's nothing else that's going to take you over there.
Alright, well see you crazy gizmo looking suckers. I'm going down. And there's still 10 minutes left in this part, and I ran out of commentary like 13 minutes ago.
I mean, I guess it's kind of, if we say that, even though we love Secret Mine a lot, it's a little bit of a fixer-upper.
Fucking swear to God, Richie. That song sucked, and so did the trolls.
Yeah, they weren't good. The film kind of lost its kind of momentum by that point.
I swear to God, Richie, I'll mail you my fist and you can hit yourself with it. First person shooter segment.
I wonder if this is going to be important at all.
Well, that tree over there leads to what appears to be an outhouse that houses the final gem of this place. You're gonna have to melt all these things here. Yes, I can hear you choking to death in the background. We'll get to that. You gotta make sure the chains are defrosted, otherwise you're not gonna be able to get across the chasm. Pro tip from N-Tom for you right there.
I'm just seething at the minute with what we're about to come up against.
It's worth going back to treasure spots from previous missions, since the kindly ghosts seem to restock them in every mission.
I know, I have to say, they have a ridiculous amount of money to be able to do this, just because, I mean, in general you can be very, very, very thorough, and they'll still restock it all.
Interesting fact is there's like hats and scarves strewn about this place, meaning that the previous owners probably left in a hurry.
Well, I mean, if your place is getting taken over by ghosts, then of course you'll hurry, because it's just like, ghosts are trying to kill me.
Hell of a lot of paranormal activity going on in here. Especially in here. It's time for a snowball fight.
Hate this thing!
Do you want to explain why you hate it so much, mate?
Right, so basically what you've got to do is grab the snowball and aim it at the ghosts and fire. This is easier said than done, because you've got to use your gyroscope to kind of aim up. And the hiders kind of appear and disappear very, very, very quickly. And if you get hit, then you just get screwed over so easily. And if you fail this mission, you can't do it again.
It's one of those one-time only deals. I will correct you though, you don't have to use the gyroscope here. You can use, I think it's the X button to aim up. The problem is, the cursor is like so finicky sometimes, it doesn't like snap and stay there. You have to be perfectly aiming 100% of the time.
Pretty much, and it's just one of the most frustrating things in the world.
It seems like something that should have been caught in like game testing stages, that this is kind of tricky. Maybe we should give the player multiple tries at this. I mean, it's only a gem after all. It's not like you need it to complete the game or anything, but sadly no. A sad frozen blemish on an otherwise... Did you see that thing back there?
What thing?
It was just like a purple glow go through the sky. It was probably nothing. But like I was saying, that gem mission, a sad frozen blemish on an otherwise pretty goddamn good level.
I know, it's like it was doing so well, and then there's just that. I mean, I guess it's not anywhere near as bad as the glitch that could break the game in Skyward Sword. That's something that really should have gotten spotted.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what that was. I can remember the one in the PAL version of Twilight Princess, and we haven't actually recorded that part of the playthrough yet, so I guess I'll bring it up there as well.
Basically in Skyward Sword it was... I think it's the point where you've got to go back to kind of Farron Woods, the volcano, and Lanayru Desert.
Oh.
And you're given the option of which one to go to. And it's if you go to Lanayru first and do something, then you can completely screw yourself out of being able to progress.
Yeah. Something about... Oh, Jesus Christ, now that's a jump scare. Fucking possessors. It was something about, I think, Farron Woods flooding and you not being able to get into it or something.
It's something along those lines, yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to do a little bit of a puzzle here, after Egad gives us his little spiel, of course.
Because obviously we are not qualified to throw things into a kind of machine and blow things up.
Okay, we're going to get the generator up and running again, and we do this by firing these bombs into one of 3 slots up here. They fall down, and you basically have to get it in the right slot so it lands and it's being held by like the wooden slats, and you just have to basically keep doing that and explode the bombs when they're resting peacefully, and it will move bits and pieces of the generator. I'm explaining this kind of bad. I'm also demonstrating this kind of poorly because it took me a while to actually figure out what to do here, because I neglected to read an FAQ fully before doing this mission.
Silly Tom. You should always read what you're about to do before you do it.
I know.
I should probably follow my own advice on that matter, but...
Stick to reading definitions of ice, mate. I don't know if there's a faster way to do this, but it seems to go on for quite a long time.
It does. I guess it's probably because this is like your final challenge before the end of the mission.
There's nowhere to run, mate. Don't even try. Almost there.
I don't think there is actually any other possible way of doing this. You have to do it in this order. Because you've got to kind of make sure you blow everything up.
I think the last one is on the right-hand side here. See, this is where I was getting a little bit confused. I thought, was there like a torch or something I have to bring back to life using the dark light?
Yeah, it is. You've got to aim at the right to get the that thing so that it creates a block, and then you can blow things up.
Yep, there we go. Perfect fit.
At least it's not a slide puzzle from Professor Layton.
Jesus Christ.
Those were the bane of my existence.
The one towards the end of Curious Village especially was pretty hard.
I mean, it's pretty much... whenever I got to a slide puzzle, I just always used a guide, because I was just like, I ain't got time for this.
Richie, don't have time for this. And there we go. That's all the main missions of Secret Mine done.
And I like how we had some quite heroic music there for no apparent reason.
Well, the generator's back online, mate. Technology has won the day yet again. Too bad nature is something you cannot fuck with. Let me just say it's very, very lucky that the pixel shifter can dematerialise people through mounds of snow. Otherwise, this could have been the end of Luigi.
Although he would have just had to have... He could have got one of the bombs, kind of stuck it in the snow, blown it up, and kind of worked his way through, potentially.
No, says God. They only appear for this puzzle, and this puzzle alone. I'm gonna let you all in on a little secret here. This one's gold material, baby.
Really, Tom? I mean, I haven't watched this footage before, but is it really a gold?
Nice work, Luigi, you adorable little scamp. That's the only gold you're getting in this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, considering all the ice and snow and all that jazz, it's very difficult.
Silver is also appropriate. It's a very cold colour. Whereas gold is rich and warm and denotes quality, something that you will not find in this playthrough at all.
Like, Platinum games have kind of ruined me for ranking systems, because when, like, I'm always wanting Platinum or pure Platinum above Gold and Silver and all that stuff, so it's just like, just Gold? Aww.
Oh, at least I'm getting close to that goal.
It'll be there, middle of the next mansion, pretty much.
That's where the Possessor is hiding, for those of you not keeping up. AKA, put the 3DS down and go outside, you massive nerd.
Because Nintendo can't get enough of telling us to put the 3DS away.
Do you want me to sell it? I'm getting mixed messages here. False gold. Fool's gold. We'll see you next time for the boss of Secret Mine. See you then.